setting it on top. Sometimes live streaming is a pain. I don't have like the tripod that I need, so whatever. But I cook for my dog because she's my dog. Cleaned my stove yesterday. It was dirty. It needed cleaning, no doubt. All right. For goodness sake, though. Let's see what I'll say there. We were up in the mountains last night, and it was actually really nice. It wasn't too hot because we went up there like after the sun went down, so it wasn't too hot. But at 7 o'clock this morning, it was 75 degrees or something like that. I don't know. And so kind of got out of there quickly and came back down to the beach. So let's see, where did I put the? I got sweet potatoes and carrots. I need my palette. I guess I kind of could have got. Let's see. Where are the potatoes? Hello, how's it going? Hello, it's me. Nice. Hello, me. Nice to meet you. Let me see my. I'm just cooking for my dog right now. There we go. Okay, I think I have everything. All right. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Okay. So I'm cooking for my dog because has anyone else seen dog food lately? It's so gross. Blech. I guess maybe we'll cut up the carrots first. This is the fun of. Ooh, wow, that's really zoomed in. That's funny. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the likes. I'm trying to set you on the top of my coolers, so if you fall on your head, don't sue me. I'm cooking for my dog. For my dog. It's like, dog food is so disgusting. That's her. Oops, wrong way. There she is. It's my noodle. Yeah, I do not. I really can't. Dry food is gross. Like, what's in that? I don't even know. It's all like, anyway. Blech. Hello, hello. So, oh, her name is Bella. Her name is Bella. She came with a name. I didn't name her. She was. It's not a. That's a big ass carrot. That's a big carrot. But like carrots, sweet potatoes, and I got some kale for her today. But I just cannot open a can and feed it to her. I just can't do it. It's gross. So I used to just feed her like squash and squash and like no, no, I make the potatoes, like sweet potatoes and carrots for her, and then I add in usually chicken, or I make chicken bone broth for her. She's not a vegan. She's omnivore. She eats full vegetables and um, meat. But I have some meat for her already, so like I already have protein for her, so I'm just making the vegetables. But like even dog treats are questionable these days. Yeah, I like chicken too. I don't think I could ever be a vegan. I love roast chicken. I don't know about anybody else, but have you smelled a roast chicken lately? Oh God, they smell so good. I could totally give up red meat though. You know, I'm not really much of a meat eater, but when it comes to chicken, oh yeah, love chicken. And then chicken, I usually make chicken bone broth for her, just because it's really good for her skin and her coat. She's super soft. My dog is super soft. I used to just make like squash and zucchini for her, but you gotta like take all the seeds out and all this stuff. It's just a lot more work than just doing carrots and sweet potatoes. So I basically just cook carrots and sweet potatoes for her now. I know, right? They're huge. Like they're huge. I've got 4 of them. They're huge carrots. I don't know. Oh, where did I get them? I think they came from somebody's garden, but they were given to me, so I'm using them. I know they're giant carrots, really huge. So, but she really likes carrots. She didn't like Bella. What are you doing? Ugh, being super cute, of course. Um, she didn't like vegetables at first. She wasn't too keen on them, and so I just started. I started. That's why I started making. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. What is that? Praza, prazen, prazen. I I don't know how to say that. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it very much. But at first, she wasn't too down with the veggie thing. She didn't really know what to make of it because I had always fed her canned food, right? Like most people, I think, because it's. I think you have to like learn what you can and cannot cook for your dog. And I think so many of us are just used to opening up a can or, opening up a bag of food and kind of pouring it into the bowl or whatever. Hey, how's it going? I don't have my glasses on right now, so I can't really see the names very well. Um, hey, but hello to everyone. If you want to, let me know where you're saying hello from. That'd be cool. But I just started making her chicken bone broth. So, you like just boil the bones. Wait, yeah, yeah, living in our car. Yeah. Um, But at first, I didn't really like I said, she didn't really like them, so I started making chicken bone broth with them, and then she loved them. So let's see. Yeah, I found myself living in a car with my dog, so I figured might as well start traveling. You know, I wanted to travel. I wanted to see things. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see my own country. I had never really traveled the United States very much. I had traveled, but like not very much. So I found myself living in my car with my dog, and I thought, well, it's a good time to, check the world out. And so we traveled the United States, and then last summer, we were in Mexico for most of the summer, like 6 weeks of the summer, and yeah, so I've just been hanging out in my hometown or around my hometown, I guess, until, I mean, there is no until, it's a beautiful place, and I like it here. I don't really dig the people so much all the time, but it's a really chill place. Hey, how's it going? What emojis are there? Thank you. Just cutting some carrots. I don't know what those emojis are. Hello, it's me. That's a funny name. I like that. That's something I would do. Hello, it's me. Yeah, I haven't been doing lives lately. Usually, I don't know. I've been reading a lot of books lately. Like there are these little there are these little like by the roadside kind of like library things in this county where I live, and where I'm living right now, and it's like leave a book, take a book kind of thing. Like it's not like an official library, but just kind of like a little like it's a mailbox that people leave by the side of the road, and you can like pick books up and then leave a book, take a book, whatever. And the one I've been going to has like a bunch of young adult, like yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, and they anyway this particular one they must have like some junior high kids or something um, that live near that spot because there's a lot of like young adult books, but and like a lot of books about like there. I found a Harry Potter book the other day. I've never read Harry Potter, like not the books. I've seen the movies, of course, but anyway, I think it's the Chamber of Secrets. I like it. I had never read J.K. Rowling though, so it's a first time. I found these other books called The Dragon Keeper. They're by an author named Carol Wilkinson. Really cool. I got addicted to them, so I went and I had to purchase. I didn't buy them new, but because like I don't know, new books. It's kind of silly. But I mean, unless it's a textbook or something, I guess. But I really like these books. It's about this Chinese girl who like starts off as a slave, and it ends up that she's actually like a dragon keeper. It's very cool. I like it. I like the books. Oops, that's where that carrot went. I was wondering. Yeah, these carrots they're huge. There's nothing like a good book there. A good book and a good dog. Good friends are very similar to that. Having good friends is awesome. Do you guys have any pets? Do you have any dogs or what emoji is that? Is that a yellow something? I can't really tell what it is. like chop all these veggies for her. Sometimes I chop so many I get like a little blister right there because they're hard to, like carrots and potatoes, like hard to chop. You know, they're not soft. So I kind of got into this habit of, I wouldn't say kind of, I got into this habit of cooking for her probably 2 years ago, maybe three. Like it started 3 years ago, but for 2 years solid, I cooked for her all the time. Like not every day, but I usually I'm cooking for my dog, chopping up some carrots right now. But I got into the habit of cooking for her, and she, she started doing doing really well, like health wise. I mean, she's always been really healthy, but I just noticed that like her coat is super soft, and yes, I'm in the United States right now. Um, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. We're at the beach today. Um, which county? Santa Barbara County. But I just noticed she was super soft, and so I just kept doing it because it's good for her and it's good for me. I like to cook, so this knife is extraordinary. I don't know how, but it always stays sharp. I don't know. Wow. Is that a question? Yeah, I was born in California. It's so funny because I sit here and I do this, and people are driving by, and they're all like kind of curious as to what I'm doing. Um, what am I cooking? I'm cooking carrots, sweet potatoes, and some kale for my dog, and potentially some chicken bone broth. Although I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. But just because it takes a lot of time. Yeah, I think she thinks so. I mean, I usually make 2 big jars of food for her so that it lasts for like a couple days. So I do this every couple of days. And then I just keep it in our cooler until, you know, just, I think it might probably makes like 8 servings, something like that. Depends on how much I feed her. But I fed her for a while from cans, like, canned food. And it was just so gross. And then I figured out it was less expensive actually. All in one. Let me see. Huh? Kind of steak? No. Yeah, it is. It is. We were up in the mountains this morning, but it was almost 80 degrees by like 8 o'clock this morning. So I just left. It was just I just don't want to. I'm good with the heat. I don't need to be. You know, there's no shade up there is a thing anywhere. If there was shade, I would probably be up there cooking right now. But there's just no shade up there. So it was really nice. Last night we slept under the stars next to this. It was like a babbling brook. It actually sounded like people talking. Yeah, there's no shade up in the mountains, not up here. Like there's a whole road called East Camino Cielo, and there's just no shade. There's no shade. So here there's shade down by the coast, but up there there's just no shade. Like there's nowhere to park the car in the shade is what I'm saying. There is shade, of course, but it's not anywhere where you can like park your car underneath a tree or anything. So it gets really hot really fast. And I just rather not be in the sun baking all day, especially cooking. It's just too much to sit under the sun with no shade, you know. It's just too much. So, all right, we almost have this. Yeah, it's just too much to have the car, like, because we're, all my stuff is in the car right now, and like our cooler and everything. It's just too much to be in the bright ass sunshine all day. Like, it's just too much. I mean, for like a couple hours, sure, but all day, no, too much. Yeah, everybody that drives by is always like looking at me. Yeah, not for extended periods of time. Like the sun is actually good for us. It's not bad, but like you have to, limit your time and also be smart about it. Like limit your time and like do it when you feel like, strong enough to, because I just haven't been feeling like sitting in the sun lately. There's been a lot of really powerful solar storms lately too, and that can make the sun feel stronger. Yeah, this is sweet potato. Exactly. And so, like, when you feel like the sun is stronger, it's not because the sun is stronger, it's because there's a solar storm. There, like, the sun is actually more powerful because it's giving off more ionization, like the plasma, and you're actually getting more powerful uh, sun rays than you normally would. Um, so like on those days, and we've been having a lot of really, really intense solar activity lately, a lot of coronal mass ejections, a lot of solar flares. And so in that case, I just stay out of the sun for those days because it's just I feel it like cooking my skin, and I'm just not. I mean, I don't ever get sunburned. I just am not in the mood to sit in that kind of direct sunlight. But on days that it's uh, that we're not having any solar storms. Most people don't know solar storms have everything to do with how powerful our weather is. Like if you have a hurricane that doesn't have a solar storm behind it, it's probably going to be like a fairly normal hurricane, you know. But when you have one that has a solar storm behind it, you get shit like Katrina. That's the difference. And yeah, yeah. That's why. It's because of the solar weather. It has nothing to do with global warming or any of that bullshit. It has nothing to do with that. It's always our solar weather. People say, people think, and I did for a long time too, so I'm not making fun of anybody. I thought too that global warming was like a real thing that, we needed to save the earth. But if you start paying attention to the solar weather, to what's going on the sun, and how it affects the earth, you start piecing together the puzzle a lot better. Yeah, I know it's nothing to do with global warming. It's a total lie. I was really like upset with myself and the world for believing it, and also because like so many other people believe it because they're told these lies about our earth. So many lies. Like So I'm a mystic, right? And I've spent the last couple years um, grokking God, basically, learning everything there is to know about esoteric, exoteric, like all this stuff, lots of stuff, religion. I mean, everything you name it, I know about it, and I know where it comes from. I know what it stems from. I know what it means, and all kinds of stuff. And so we've basically been lied to about everything. I mean that everything, religion, government, you name it, it's all a lie. All of it, every bit of it. Ugh, nasty. I hate lies. Sun has, oh, sorry. You know, I really don't ever get sunburn, ever. I just listen to my body. When my body says, okay, I want sunshine, then I give it sunshine. When it says, okay, I've had enough, then it's enough. You just learn to listen to your body. You know, it's not really rocket science, you know. But it's like lather all this stuff on their skin and, you know, sunscreen. And it's really bad for you. It's really not good for your skin. It's not good for your. It's not good for your health. It's not. It's not. It's just not good. And we already taken enough toxins, so you know we don't need more. Um, I never use sunscreen ever, never. I literally never use it. And I have not had a sunburn in like 2 years, something like that. But when you learn to just listen to your body, because your body will tell you everything you need to know, your body will tell you every single time. You just have to listen and act upon what it's telling you, you know? Okay. But, you know, we're not told to listen to our bodies. We're told to listen to the scientists, to listen to the doctors, to blah, 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 blah. And they're all full of shit. They're all a bunch of liars. Yep, very true. The thing is that, you know, I'm not, again, I'm not making fun of anyone. For most of my life, I did not understand that we could heal our own bodies, that we can heal our own minds, that we can heal our own hearts, all of these things. And I was always looking to doctors to help me. I was looking to the psychologists, the psychiatrists, you know, and you know what? It all always made my health so much worse. And I didn't know that I had the internal wisdom. Like I started trusting in the ancient wisdom of my DNA and its creator to tell me what's going on. And I just listen. And I mean, not listen like there's an actual voice. I'm not hearing a voice. It's not that. It's you just tune in. You just tune in and you start understanding what's going on around you so much better because you're listening, like you're paying attention, in other words. But so much of our attention goes to our phones, goes to Netflix, goes to TV, goes to shitty people and crappy relationships that we have in our lives. And again, I am not criticizing anyone because I have had my fair share of it. The only reason I really know any better now is because I went through it all and I was able to heal from it and learn from it. So that's why, you know, it's not like, oh, I'm better than any, it's nothing like that. Yes. I don't know why they hid that comment. I don't know why. It took me probably like I 3 years ago I fasted for 60 days and it healed so much in my body. I had been taking anti-anxiety medication for like 25 years. Gone. I never even think about taking it ever. I suffered from depression, anxiety, fibromyalgia, um, all kinds of stuff. Well, all kinds of stuff, and it's all gone. Extraordinary. Like I was always told that it would never, like I would never be well again, never, and that I would always have to take medications and blah 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 blah. I was constantly going to doctors seeking answers that they really didn't have. Yeah, like listening to your heart, like listening to your mind. If your mind is, you know, is anxious, you know, maybe you just need more physical activity. It's always very simple. It's not always easy, but it's always very simple. And it's not just our bodies, but when I started paying attention to my body more, like things that were happening with the earth started making more sense. I totally agree with that. Yes. Yes. You do know your body better than anyone else. It's just, I think sometimes we get into thinking that isn't helpful to us. And when we outsource our wisdom to doctors and psychiatrists and therapists and this and that and the other thing, um, we really do ourselves a disservice. The human race has really forgotten who and what we really are. And when you start remembering that, um, then your life starts going so much more smoothly. Like it's just not, you're not dependent on all of the crap bullshit systems that that are set up just to really keep you enslaved. That's really all they are. Um, all of it. All of it is all of it is lies and disempowerment. It's all meant to make you feel weak and dependent on a system that doesn't give a shit about you or your family in the first place. They don't care. No, none of them care. People go out and vote for these politicians that don't give a damn about us, that don't give a damn about our family members, that don't give a damn about our health. They don't care at all. You know, it's so clear too, and you look at the history of it all. And I'm not on any political side. I have no political affiliations. I have no religious affiliations. I don't believe in any spiritual um, content that's of this world, I guess I could say. But when you start seeing the depth of the lies and really that it's meant to keep you enslaved, it's so disgusting that all you can do is disengage from it. And so that's what I do. That's part of why my dog and I have been living in a car. Is because I hadn't really found I hadn't really found I searched this whole country. I searched the entire of the United States, and I couldn't find another place to go that wasn't like just as screwed up as where I came from, kind of thing. So yes, yes, we can, and we're fully capable of figuring things out. Um, when you turn to the wisdom within you, you simply don't need the systems anymore. You don't need the systems of control. You don't need the government. You don't need because you're already managing your own life in very like uh, prosperous and helpful ways that are it's not destroying anything around you. You simply lose interest in anything that was really self-destructive. So or it would hurt anyone around you, because when you realize that everyone is really a version of you, then you like inherently don't have any desire to lie, cheat, steal, um, treat people like shit, all that kind of thing. So but the lies, I think that the religious lies really screwed me up the worst. Like, I wouldn't say they screwed me up, but like it was difficult to unlearn those, because I think a lot of us grow up with certain things and people tell us things, like our families, our parents, our teachers, and the communities that we grow up in. So we have these kind of like preset beliefs, and we try to project that onto the world, and we realize, like, I always knew it wasn't working, but I didn't know why. It's because it's all lies. That's why. Yeah. It's a learning process. Like it really takes time. It's not something you just wake up one day and you're awake. Like you a spiritual awakening doesn't just happen overnight. It just doesn't. Yeah. It's yes, and that's the problem with it, is the subjective truth. Like, if you find that there are subjective truths, like some people believe it, like I'm talking about Christianity. Some people believe in a rapture, right? Other people don't. Well, okay, so how does that work? And if when you look up like the doctrine behind the rapture, because so many Christians are waiting for a rapture. When you look up it was made up in somewhere in like the 1600s. Like, what, somebody just made that shit up, and then like millions of people believe in it. You have to understand what you believe in and where it came from, and why. Why do you believe in that? Like, that means asking yourself honest questions about what your motives are. And a lot of people really just want to be right. They don't really care if what they believe is true or not. They just want to be right. And I just don't have that much ego in me that I give a shit. I really don't. I don't care if I'm wrong. It's not a big deal to me. I just want the truth. And when you make the truth your highest priority, when you make the truth the only thing that you seek, um, that's really where you start breaking down your own ego and realizing that it has nothing to do with being right or wrong. It has everything to do with seeking the truth. And when you seek the truth, you will find it, and it will challenge you in every way. In every way. This spiritual awakening that I've had in the last couple years challenged everything I thought I knew. Everything I thought I knew. I had to basically unlearn all the bullshit I thought I knew. I thought I knew all kinds of stuff. I thought I knew who I was. I thought I knew what I believed in. I thought I knew the truth. Turns out I didn't know anything. That's fine. It's I welcome being wrong. I completely have no problem with it, because if I'm wrong, then I'm learning something new. But if you're always right, there's no room for growth there. None at all. So, but it takes, you have to be brave. You have to be, have courage to face the fact that you might have been wrong all this time. And it's more than likely not you. It's just some shit that you were taught, that was wrong. Yes, that's very true. God did not come and create another religion. Like, okay, specifically Jesus Christ did not come here to create another tradition of man. That is all man's bullshit. And when you start to understand all religions, every single one of them, I don't care if it's Hindi or it's Christianity or Catholicism or Muslim, they're all serving what's called a demiurge, which is the false light creator. I mean, this can really trip your head out. So, but it's simply the truth that there's only one true God of light, like one true creator God. And I had no idea that most of my life I had been serving this total asshole God who's like jealous and weird and like wants people to make blood sacrifices to him. Like, who wants to serve a God that wants blood sacrifice? Like, what is that? And all of Catholicism and Christianity talk about you have to have blood, the shedding of blood for the remission of sins. What? What kind of God would want us to kill animals and people to be forgiven of our sins? That's absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. But like that same God says, "Thou shalt not murder." What kind of weirdo, dualistic, narcissistic crap is that? You know. Oh, anyway, it goes deep. Like when you start really understanding it, it's trippy. Like it's kind of like it's kind of a mind fuck, honestly. Yeah, no, religion will not do anything for you. I don't recommend it at all. Yeah, yeah, just sitting with yourself, just sitting and breathing. Really, your breath will connect you to God better than any religion. Yeah, no, it's it's deep and it's weird because you start seeing like the effects of the bullshit lies on people around you. You see it in your family, you see it in your friends, and it's troubling. Um, and like at first, like, so not all of the Bible is bullshit though. There's a part in the Bible that says, at first you will be disturbed and then you will marvel. Like, it's, you do marvel. Like, you do, it is disturbing to realize that you've been lied to about everything for your whole life and that everybody else has too. But when you start coming into the truth of it, you start kind of like relaxing into it. It's not, you just all you realize that the only person you can save is yourself. You could scream the truth at the top of the rooftops every day, all day, and frankly, no one. And if they're not ready to hear you, they will not listen. Period. So we're not. Nobody's here to like save the planet, kind of thing. The only way we're gonna bring peace on this earth is by loving ourselves, period, first. Because, and the mirror principle too teaches us this, and this is a universal concept. Whatever is going on inside of you will go on outside of you. When we love ourselves, we show others how to love themselves. It's by example. Like, the whole Christic, the whole Christ consciousness. Christ didn't come and say, "Oh, you better do this and you better do that." He didn't do that. He led by example, and those are the most powerful leaders. Can't be a human being. We have to love ourselves first. Is point blank the truth. Period. When we learn to love ourselves, our world changes. Like, we change our world, and we change the world around us. You change your inner landscape, you will change your outer landscape. Get in your bed, please. Go on. Well, so, this is Petunia Pants. She's the prettiest ever. No argument. Just don't argue with me. She's the prettiest ever. I love my dog. I love my dog. She's the best ever. Love my dog. Dogs are the best. Period. Oh, Missy Petunia Pants. Your veggies are steaming right now. Or actually, they're boiling. Oh, you get. Go on in the car then. If you don't want to lay in your bed. God, you're so cute. It's almost gross. My cute so dog. I meant to say my dog is so cute. I did that last night. I said I wanted to eat something and read my book, but I said I want to eat my book and read my food. It was something like that. Like, I mixed it up in my head. It was funny. I got a good laugh about myself on that one. Oh, Missy. She's got one of her toys now. Good. So the one thing about religion that kept setting me off is that, like, there are objective truths, right? There are objective truths, and so, like, things that don't require our belief to be true, and that's what I started looking for. And so when I found a lot of it in I guess, like, the divine science of the Kabbalah, and I wasn't looking for this, I was led to it. um, and like most people who are looking for Kabbalah, they're looking for some kind of magic practice or whatever, and I wasn't doing any of that. Yeah, right. Oh, really? I gotta pick that up. But the more I realized that there's an enormous amount of objective truths in the Kabbalah, as regards, it's irrelevant. Whether you believe in it or not is irrelevant. Period. And when you start seeing that there are so many objective truths around you, and it really is irrelevant, like, belief in it is not necessary. That's where I find God. Because God is, whether we believe in the one true creator God or not, and I'm not talking about the God of the Bible. That God is a bullshit God. When we start believing in objective truths, that's something that you can't mess with that. It's sovereign. It has no rival. It does what it does. It operates in the world regardless of our belief in it. Um, in the Torah, never once does it mention that you should have faith or believe in God. It's just so evident that there's so much subjectivity going on. It's crap. It's crap. You can throw it all out the second story window. It means nothing. You have all these Christians who want to, and even Catholics who want to believe in the rapture or don't, or this and that and the other thing. And it's like, it creates a bunch of crap. It's just a bunch of crap because it's all subjective, like we were saying. I totally agree with that. Um, if you really want to learn about the world and learn about yourself, watch the animals. You want to learn about other people and how to treat them, watch the animals. You know, I look at my dog. I've learned so much from my dog. She doesn't worry. She doesn't worry about anything. She doesn't concern herself with what so and so thinks about her, or you know, what so and so believes in church or anything like that. And it's taught me. I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but it's taught me a tremendous amount. Um, you know, if I just want to like learn how to chill, I watch my dog do it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm chill." God, you're so cute. She's biting on one of her toys right now. But just like really simple living is really the way. Eat simple food. Um, you know, like simple pleasures, things. You know, it's the simple pleasures really that keep me the happiest. And also, it's things like God is very simple. I wouldn't say that like the the elegant simplicity of his design is perfect. It's genius, really. But when we start complicating it with all these doctrines and all this kind of stuff, like the spirit doesn't move with rigidity of doctrine; it moves with fluidity. So yeah, like you know, treat other people as you want to be treated. Like it's very simple. It's also simple. You know, it almost makes me like during my spiritual awakening, and the subsequent ascension, I felt like an idiot many times because I was very much overcomplicating the simplest ideas. I was overcomplicating them. Confirmation. And like searching for truth that really wasn't there. I kept looking deeper and deeper into like Christian mysticism and all this kind of, and the truth just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Period. And finally, I had to just throw it all out and start all over. And which is fine. It means I was wrong for there's like a significant amount of videos on my channel that talk about Christianity and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I haven't never really been a Christian, but I wouldn't say I've never really called myself a Christian, but I was looking in the wrong places, and I kept finding subjective truths, but none of it ever sat well with me. Like it was the kind of stuff that would keep me up at night, like thinking, is that actually true though? And so when I stopped looking for things that made me feel better about being right or wrong, um, I started finding the truth. You just really have to set your ego aside and be okay with being wrong. It's all right. You know, there's nothing wrong with being wrong, unless you can't admit that you're wrong. Then there's a problem. But a huge part of that ego is setting it aside. Humans are so wow, okay, wow. Humans are so dead set on like reinventing the wheel. It's so weird that we do that when things have already actually been figured out for us, and really all you have to do is put yourself aside, put your ego aside, and find the truth. Bell Bell getting her toy. Yeah, most people. I mean, everybody. Like I wouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people want to change the world, right? But they're unwilling to look in the mirror and change themselves first. When you change yourself first, everything else follows. Like everything else. So I mean, like it's literally law. Like it's a you see it in quantum mechanics. Like you see it everywhere. It's just it's a fluid law, and it works all the time. So when you change yourself, you change your outer world. You literally are changing the world by changing yourself. Anytime the best thing you could ever invest in is yourself. Period. Period. End of story. But most people, we're not taught that. We're taught to go to these doctors that will tell us about ourselves. We're taught to read these books that will tell us about ourselves. Like, you don't need any of that. Just sit quietly for a little while. You'll figure it out. Whatever you're looking for is also seeking you. Like, you'll figure it out every single time. But we get so dead set thinking that we know the truth. And we, like, have some kind of, like, copyright, our trademark on the truth. Like, Christians think they have the truth trademarked, and Catholics, same thing. It's all just like this obtuse inability to see the truth. Just see the truth. And when you're seeking the truth, you can't help but find it. Like, if you're looking for trouble, you'll find trouble. If you're looking for the truth, you'll find the truth. If you're looking for, you'll find it. Whatever it is you're looking for, you'll find it. So, but we're not told these things. We're not certainly not taught these things. Most people aren't anyway. But I think I'm gonna end this live soon. I really do appreciate you coming in and talking with me. I super appreciate it. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you resonated with it. If it resonates with you, I hope you subscribe and hit the like button and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Makes a big difference. Helps the channel grow. And I've been doing a lot of shorts lately about. I wrote a book called 365 Days of Living Out Loud, and it's really just like I post a new thing every day about things that just basic, easy, simple things, simple activities, simple practices that helped me grow um, enormous amounts in very short periods of time. So I agree. I don't hold any kind of like judgment for people who have been in religion because I was there too. I was there too, and so I have a lot of empathy for it. I just sometimes I lose patience with people not listening. They simply become obtuse, and I get that. And so, what I realize most of all is that it's not my job to fix what other people believe. So I let it go and I trust that they will figure it out. That's really the best thing I can do for other people is let them figure it out. I can stand, on the rooftops and shout the truth all day long, but until someone's ready to hear it, they'll never hear you. Never. And so, everybody's on their own path, and to kind of to let people make their own mistakes is, like if you ever raised kids, you know this, that like sometimes your kids they just have to make the mistakes on their own to learn. And so, it kind of gives you a perspective on letting other people follow their own path. They'll figure it out. And I pray for people, um, and just that they'll figure it out because I did. And that inner voice, that indweller, like Christians call it the Holy Spirit, that indweller, it's like the your own personal like guide. It lives within you, and that's all you need. You don't need to know anything about it. You really don't need to study anything. You don't need to know anything. It's just a matter of staying in alignment with that inner guide, and it lives within every single human being. um, I think it's in the book of Daniel. It says, I have seen the face of God, and I call this place pineal. It's your pineal gland. Every human being has one. So it's really just a matter of trusting that inner guidance. And I know it's not easy because we've literally been taught to not trust ourselves in so many ways, to compare ourselves to others, to look at what other people have, and not at what we already have. And, all this kind of stuff goes on. And so when we learn to trust ourselves, um, we are therefore literally trusting God. So, because it's the God within us, it's that piece of God, that spark that we all have, and it's inherent in every human being. There's not one human being on the face of the planet who doesn't have it. Um, you just have to listen to it. So, um, that's what that's about. But I really appreciate you hanging out. I really do. I've had fun talking with you. I super appreciate it. Um, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to talk to somebody who's like, nice to talk with you because I can tell that you've done some seeking on your own, and it's nice to see that. It's like a confirmation that you know that things are going things are going better than we think they are. I always tell myself that too. Like everything works together for my good. I always say that. Um, but it's been really nice talking to you, and I'm gonna finish cooking here for her, for Missy Petunia Pants. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, I love love the way my dog smells. She smells so good. Anyway, I hope that you have a very blessed rest of your day. If you don't mind, her name is Bella. Her name is Bella, means beautiful or beauty in Italian. Baby, get in your bed, please, sweetie. And she is. She's a very beautiful dog. Yeah, she's a very good dog. Yeah. She's been so patient while I've been doing this live. I usually spend all my time with her, so. Belle, it's not ready yet. You stay away from it. I don't want you to burn your tongue. I don't want you to burn your mouth. But I hope we get to see you again in the next live that we do. And yeah, just thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of the people around you as best you can, as much as they'll let you, kind of thing. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But for now, peace be with you.